Hey, Miyu, hope you're sitting down for this because today marks the beginning of your new life. Mom and Dad moved out and you're officially flying solo now.
Hold on a second, Morgan. Explain clearly what you mean about Mom and Dad moving out. Where exactly did they go?
Oh, it's simple, Miyu. They've moved in with me and my lovely wife. Honestly, they're relieved to finally escape your lazy, freeloading lifestyle.
Wow, lazy and freeloading, am I? That's bold, especially coming from someone who's never lifted a finger to support this family. I've consistently given Mom and Dad a lot of money every month for household expenses. While I've been keeping this family afloat, you've been busy causing one disaster after another.
Oh, a lot, huh? Exaggerate all you like, but Mom and Dad called me practically in tears, begging me to rescue them from your endless dependency. They're exhausted, Miyu, of you! You're nothing but a parasite, draining their lives and wallets!
You really have selective memory, Morgan. You've conveniently forgotten every single time Mom and Dad put your reckless needs before mine.
Oh, please, name one single time that's happened.
Oh, just one? Is that all I need to do? Where should I start? Let's see. How about the time back when I was in high school and I got tapped to join the choir's trip to New York? I was going to have the chance to perform alongside some of the most talented singers in the entire country. There's a chance I could have even been scouted by a university. But what happened? You graduated high school and immediately had to go on some insane overseas journey to find yourself or something. And Mom and Dad said that this was an investment in your future, so they gave you the money they were going to use to pay for the trip.
You can't honestly think you were actually gonna get scouted. It's all about return on investment, Miyu. It's not my fault you're a really bad investment.
Oh, is that one not enough for you? Okay. How about the way you found the love of your life in some exotic land and needed thousands of dollars in order to have a lavish wedding? Then, after that, you needed several more thousand to arrange for her to immigrate back here. Mom and Dad begged me practically on their knees to postpone my wedding plans just so they could fund yours first. They told me your happiness was more pressing because you were sensitive and needed validation, whereas I was strong enough to wait. Do you have any idea what that did to my relationship?
Oh, please, if your relationship crumbled because of a minor delay, it clearly wasn't built on much to begin with. You're always looking for ways to blame me for your problems, instead of taking responsibility for your own life choices.
It wasn't minor at all, Morgan. We had everything planned, deposits paid, invitations printed, the venue reserved. Suddenly, telling my fiancé we had to indefinitely postpone everything because my older brother needed an extravagant ceremony abroad? That sent a very clear message to him that he wasn't a priority to this family. And you know what? He was right. You were always the family's top priority, no matter how badly you messed things up.
You keep blowing minor incidents way out of proportion. So there was a little scheduling issue. Big deal. It's hardly worth years of bitterness, Miyu.
Minor incidents? Don't even get me started. Remember my high school graduation party? I'd been planning it with Mom for months, inviting all my friends, excited to finally celebrate something of my own. But just days before, you got caught speeding like a reckless teenager. Our parents canceled my celebration without a second thought because they had to cover your massive traffic fine. Instead of a celebration, I spent my graduation night alone, embarrassed and humiliated because once again, Morgan's emergencies took precedence.
Oh, here we go again, your endless grudge matches. You really need to move on from these petty childhood disappointments, Miyu. Adults don't dwell on ancient history.
Petty childhood disappointments? Those incidents set the pattern for everything that's happened since. I've always sacrificed my happiness and stability for your convenience. Meanwhile, you've never even attempted to pay back Mom and Dad for the countless messes they've cleaned up for you. And now you have the nerve to call me the parasite?
Look, I'm finally in a position to repay their endless generosity, something you clearly can't do. Unlike you, I've actually made something of myself. Soon, Mom and Dad will enjoy the comfort and wealth they've always deserved, thanks to my talents.
And what exactly does that mean? Last time I checked, you were barely scraping by. What's this miraculous change you're bragging about now?
It turns out that my talents and adventures caught the attention of a major publishing house. They're offering me $1 million book deal for my memoir about my world travels. With royalties like these, Mom and Dad will finally experience real financial security, something you've never provided.
$1 million book deal? Morgan, are you sure that's legitimate? Have you even verified this publisher properly?
Of course it's legitimate, Miyu. I realize you struggle with the idea of my success, but jealousy really doesn't suit you. Face it, I'm gonna give Mom and Dad a future you never could.
Jealousy? This isn't jealousy. It's genuine concern for our parents. You've been reckless and impulsive your entire life, leaving chaos in your wake. Forgive me if I find it difficult to suddenly believe your grand promises.
Well, you'd better get used to believing them. While you're stuck reliving ancient history, I'm moving forward. Mom, Dad, and I will soon be living in luxury, far from your constant bitterness.
Constant bitterness? Maybe that's because I've spent years cleaning up after you, both financially and emotionally. So forgive me if I'm skeptical about this new fantasy of yours.
Call it fantasy if it helps you sleep at night. Meanwhile, Mom and Dad are finally getting the son they deserve, a successful one. So enjoy your newfound independence, Miyu. You're gonna need all the luck you can get without our parents to prop you up anymore.
So it's true. You and Dad just left without a word and moved in with Morgan like I never existed. Is that seriously how you treat the daughter who's been paying your bills for years? Oh, Miyu, must you sound so dramatic? We didn't sneak off in the night. Morgan invited us, and we simply decided it was time for a change. A change? Is that what you're calling it now? You left me in that broken-down house like trash on the curb and told Morgan I was freeloading. After everything I've done for you, you've got some gall to treat me like this. That's not exactly what we said. We just simplified the situation a bit. It helped Morgan feel justified in offering us his home. You mean you lied? You told him I was a parasite so you could land yourselves a spot in his fancy new condo. I've been giving you $4,000 every single month, Mom. $4,000! Rent, groceries, utilities, everything. What exactly weren't you getting from me? Well, maybe it wasn't about the money. Maybe it was about the emotional strain. It's exhausting living in that old place, constantly juggling discomfort. Morgan promised us peace, luxury, security. At my expense, again, just like when you canceled my graduation party because Morgan got a speeding ticket. Just like when you made me postpone my wedding so he could blow your savings on his overseas ceremony. Oh, and just like when you bailed out on sending me on the choir concert so Morgan could find himself. I keep giving and you keep choosing him. You always bring up the past like it's some ledger we have to settle. Things weren't that black and white, Miyu. Morgan needed us. We did what was necessary for the family. No, you did what was convenient for Morgan. Don't try to spin this like it was noble. You didn't even tell me you were leaving. You had no intention of saying goodbye. You just vanished. Why make a scene? You're a grown woman. You can take care of yourself. And now you have the house all to yourself. Isn't that what you always wanted? I wanted respect. I wanted recognition for everything I've done for this family. What I got was betrayal. You threw me under the bus to chase Morgan's fantasy paycheck. That fantasy paycheck is very real, thank you. $1 million deal with a top publisher. He's finally making something of himself. Can't you just be happy for your brother? I'd be happy if you hadn't sold me out to make it happen. Do you even hear yourself? You lied about your own daughter so you could upgrade your lifestyle. It wasn't malicious, it was strategic. We didn't say you were useless, just that we needed relief. And let's be honest, Miyu, you're not exactly struggling. You've always managed somehow. That's because I had no choice. You left everything to me. Every bill you couldn't pay, every mess Morgan created. And now you're telling me I should be grateful you left me behind? You're twisting things, dear. We did what was best for us. And look on the bright side, you have full control of the family home. Sell it, stay in it, renovate it, do whatever you like. Consider it a gift. A gift? You mean the crumbling old house I maintained while you played helpless and Morgan played savior? That's your thank you? Honestly, Miyu, I don't have time for guilt trips. Your father and I have finally found some comfort after years of struggle. You've always said you were independent. Prove it.
Well, hello there, my darling little sister. I thought I'd take a moment out of my incredibly busy, soon-to-be famous schedule to share a glimpse into my new reality.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be ridiculous. Go ahead, impress me.
Try not to faint, but I just closed on a luxury condo. 3 bedrooms, corner unit, panoramic views, all for a modest $300,000. Of course, I paid up front. No need for a mortgage when success is this close.
$300,000? Morgan, you don't even have a book out yet. Where are you getting this money?
But you're forgetting my soon-to-be $1 million royalty check. This is called strategic spending. You have to invest in the lifestyle you want, not the one you have.
That's not how money works. Strategic spending means you have the money first. It doesn't mean you take out massive loans based on dreams.
Relax, the advance is practically guaranteed. Besides, I couldn't just stop at the condo. I also bought a new car, cherry red, top of the line. $200,000, but worth every penny. Financing it was easy when you got publishers lining up to throw money at you.
$200,000. Morgan, are you out of your mind? You don't even have a signed contract, do you?
Not yet, but I spoke with an editor from one of the top houses. They found my travel blog, said my voice was captivating. They called it the next big thing, said it was practically a guaranteed bestseller.
And that's enough for you to start blowing hundreds of thousands of dollars? Did they put anything in writing?
They sent an email, one glorious email. They said my story had mass appeal, international market potential. They used the phrase 7-figure royalties. You don't throw language like that around unless you mean business.
One email? No follow-ups? No contract? No agent? Just one enthusiastic message?
Miyu, you really don't understand how this industry works. Editors are busy people. They don't have time to handhold. They said I just needed to write the manuscript and they'd take care of the rest.
But have you spoken to them again since? Have you confirmed they're still interested? Or even still at the company?
Why would I? They already made the offer. I replied saying I'd start writing immediately. They're waiting for the manuscript. That's how real publishing works. You submit a brilliant book and the money follows.
That's not how any of this works, Morgan. There are contracts, deadlines, revisions. Editors don't just throw out $1 million promises and then go radio silent.
You're just bitter because I got the opportunity you never had. I'm sorry my life finally has some glamour to it. Not all of us are meant to sit in a crumbling house paying other people's bills.
I'm not bitter, I'm concerned. You've built your entire future around an email that might not even be real. You're treating this like a done deal when you haven't even had a second conversation.
It was real, Miyu. You didn't read the email. I did. They believed in me. That's more than you've ever done.
Then show me. Pull up the email. Tell me the editor's name. Let me see who you're dealing with, because something about this feels off.
Fine, you want names? The guy I talked to said he was both an editor and a writer himself. That's how I knew he really got my story. He said he's worked with dozens of bestsellers and that my voice was exactly what the market needed.
Okay, great. What's his name?
He said most people in the industry just call him by his pen name, Sylvester Camswell. That's how you know he's the real deal. Creative people always have eccentric names.
Sylvester Camswell?
Yeah, it's memorable, right? He said anonymity helps him stay focused. Apparently he's super in demand, so he flies under the radar to avoid constant attention. But trust me, the way he talked, I could tell he knew publishing.
Morgan, listen to me. You didn't get a book deal. You got scammed.
Excuse me?
I didn't tell you before because I honestly didn't think it would ever come up, but I work at that publishing house, the one you claim offered you the deal.
You what?
I've worked there since graduation, full-time, on staff. I checked the internal system the second you mentioned $1 million offer. There's no project, no proposal, no record of anyone named Sylvester Camswell. There aren't any travel memoirs in development right now.
That's not possible. He emailed me directly. He said he'd read my blog. He said he saw potential.
Morgan, he used a fake name and vague praise. That's classic. They dangle a dream in front of you and watch you pour money into it. Did he ever ask for fees up front?
No! Well, he said I'd need to cover some formatting and early promotion costs once the manuscript was ready. That's normal, isn't it?
No, real publishers pay you, not the other way around. That's vanity press logic at best. At worst, it's outright fraud.
But he said the advance would come once the draft was done. He told me to start spending like success was inevitable.
Of course he did. That's how they bait you. You thought you were dealing with a real publisher, but you never even checked his credentials. Did you even get a real name, first or last?
He said he went by Sylvester Camswell to avoid spam, that his real name couldn't be used online for legal reasons. I thought it made sense.
Morgan, there's no one by that name on our staff. No one's heard of him. You got played. And I mean, come on, Morgan. Think about it. Sylvester Camswell. S. Camswell. Could he have been making it any more obvious?
Oh, no. No, this can't be happening. I already made the down payment on the condo. The car loan's been approved. I've told Mom and Dad this whole story. They moved in with us because of this.
You need to contact your bank. Cancel anything you can. If you sent him money, report it. But you have to stop spending immediately.
Oh my God, what am I gonna do? The realtor already handed over the keys. The dealership said my first payment hits next week. I can't afford any of this. I don't even have savings left.
I tried to warn you. You didn't want to hear it. You wanted the fantasy so badly, you bought it without a second glance.
Miyu, please. Can you talk to someone at the publisher? Maybe they'd actually want the book if they read it.
This isn't about the manuscript, Morgan. It's about the lie you believed. You can't fix this by begging for a real deal. You need to face the fact that none of it was ever real.
I'm gonna lose everything. I told Mom and Dad they'd never have to worry again. What am I supposed to do now?
Start by accepting that you were scammed, then start damage control. Because while your career as a writer was a fantasy, those debts are real. Miyu, please. I know we didn't leave on the best terms, but can we talk just for a minute? That's all I ask. Wow, coming crawling back already? I thought the luxury lifestyle with Morgan was too good to resist. It was all a lie. Everything he said, the money, the publishing deal, it was all fake. He's broke. We only found out after we moved in, and now he wants us to help cover his condo payments and his car loan. Let me guess, $3,000 a month for the condo, another $2 for the car? How convenient. Sounds like you traded me in for a 5-figure nightmare. Miyu, please. We don't have that kind of money. You know we live on our pension. Your father and I can't afford this. We thought Morgan had finally made something of himself. We truly believed it. No, you didn't. You just wanted to believe it because it was easier than facing the truth. You saw a chance at comfort and leapt at it, no questions asked. You left me behind and lied about me to get there. I know, and I'm sorry. Truly, I am. We made a mistake. We thought we were finally going to have something for ourselves. We didn't mean to hurt you. You didn't mean to? You called me a freeloader after years of taking my money without a word of thanks. You sold me out to Morgan for a penthouse and a fantasy. Don't insult me by pretending this was an accident. We were blinded, Miyu. I won't deny it. But you've always been the dependable one, the one who handles things. We thought that you'd understand what we did and why. That's the problem. You always assumed I'd understand, that I'd forgive, absorb the blow, and keep paying the bills while you chased after Morgan's next disaster. You didn't even think I deserved a goodbye. I regret that, I do, but we don't know where to go. We came back here hoping we could stay for a while, just until we figure things out. Then I guess you're out of luck. I sold the house. What? You heard me. After you left, I listed the place. It's already in contract. The new owners are taking possession at the end of the month. Miyu, you can't be serious. This was our home. Where are we supposed to go? Why don't you ask your successful son? I'm sure the man who promised you luxury and endless comfort will be more than happy to squeeze a few more people into that condo. Or maybe he can add you to his car loan while he's at it. Don't be cruel. We're your parents. No, you're two people who made it very clear I was disposable. You didn't just pick Morgan. You discarded me like yesterday's trash. So no, I don't owe you comfort or shelter or kindness. Please, Miyu, we don't have anyone else. You had me, and you gave that up the second Morgan whispered the word million. Enjoy the consequences of that choice. I'll enjoy the silence. Goodbye, Mom.
Okay, fine. Maybe I was scammed. Maybe Sylvester Camswell isn't real. But that doesn't mean this is over. I'm not giving up.
You already lost the fake deal, Morgan. What exactly do you think is still on the table?
My book, that's what! I've got hundreds of stories from my travels! Raw, real, compelling stuff! I don't need some sleazy editor to tell me my writing matters! I'll self-publish, do it all myself, that way I keep full control and all the profits!
Self-publishing isn't just upload and get rich, you need a real plan. Editing, formatting, cover design, printing, marketing, all of it costs money. We're talking thousands of dollars just to get off the ground.
So I'll crowdfund, or pre-sell, or get an investor. There are always ways if you've got something great, and I do. People loved my blog. They'll love the book even more.
Morgan, people skimmed your blog between cat videos. That's not the same as shelling out money for a hardcover. Even the best self-published authors spend months, sometimes years preparing.
Not me! I've got momentum! I'll finish the manuscript in a month! Fast-track the whole thing and get it on the market by summer! I'll make back every dollar and more!
You can't fast-track reality. You'll need time for revisions, feedback, actual promotion. 1 month isn't even enough to settle on a title. If you rush it, no one will take it seriously.
They don't need to take it seriously, they just need to buy it! One glance at my cover and a gripping blurb and boom! Sales! All I need is a few thousand loyal readers. That's nothing compared to the traffic my blog used to get!
You're clinging to a fantasy, Morgan, and now you're gambling the scraps of your life on a second one.
Then I'll bet everything! I have to! I've got something to prove, and I'm not going down without swinging! Alright, so let's map this out. If I can get the manuscript done in 4 weeks, I can start printing by May. As for upfront costs, well, Mom and Dad'll have to help out. It's only fair they're living in that condo too, after all.
You really think they can afford that?
Of course they can. They get Social Security, right? And you were giving them $4,000 a month before you decided to cut them off. They've got savings.
I'm afraid they don't. They spent it. All of it.
What do you mean, spent it? On what?
Everything. Restaurants, furniture, fancy gadgets, little weekend trips they never told you about. They blew through their Social Security checks and more every month because they had my support to cover the essentials. Without me, they have nothing left.
That can't be right! Dad always said he was managing the budget! He talked like they were building a nest egg!
They weren't, and they weren't managing anything. They were playing house on my money. When I stopped, everything crumbled.
But then who's going to pay for the printing? The editors, the marketing team? Someone has to!
Not them, not me, and definitely not the bank, unless you're planning to take out another loan you can't pay back.
No, this doesn't make sense. I thought they were stable. They acted like I was rescuing them from you. Why would they lie about that?
Because they wanted to believe in you, Morgan. They wanted a shortcut, just like you did.
But I have nothing saved. I've been traveling for years. Every time I came home, I thought I'd have time to catch up and I could get serious later. I never thought I'd need backup so soon.
Well, you do. And the backup you thought you had, it's broke, just like you.
I can't believe this. I thought I had options. I thought at least they had my back.
Now you know the truth. No one's covering you this time.
Miyu, please. Look, I know I've said a lot of things. I know I haven't always been fair to you, but I really need help. Just enough to get started. I'll pay you back the moment the book sells, I swear.
You want money from me?
Just a loan, a short-term thing to get me through the first few months. You always said you wanted me to take something seriously, right? Well, here it is. I'm finally trying. Don't let me drown before I even have the chance to swim.
You already dove in with bricks tied to your ankles, and now you want me to jump in after you?
You're the only one left. Mom and Dad can't help, and I don't have anyone else. Please, Miyu, you've always been the reliable one.
Funny how that's suddenly a compliment. A minute ago, I was a freeloader. Now I'm the lifeline.
I messed up, I know, but I'm trying to fix it.
Then fix it. You're the strong one, remember? The world traveler, the fearless dreamer. Surely someone like you can handle this without my help.
You're really going to leave me with nothing?
No, Morgan. I'm leaving you with exactly what you gave me. Nothing. Oh, and here's a free writing lesson. That right there is what you call irony. It's been 6 months since Morgan declared he'd take the publishing world by storm. Not a single page of his book ever saw daylight. The confidence fizzled out, replaced by half-hearted excuses and mounting bills. He never found a real job, said it would interfere with his creative rhythm. His wife, still loyal to the fantasy, claimed her role was to support his genius. But never from behind a cash register. With no income and no royalties, they turned to the last well they hadn't poisoned, our parents. The same parents who once called me a parasite now scrape by on part-time jobs, cleaning office buildings and bagging groceries just to keep Morgan's roof intact. Meanwhile, I sleep soundly, my rent is paid, my savings are growing, and my peace is uninterrupted. I don't return their calls. They made their choice when they walked away. Funny, isn't it? The family member they abandoned is the only one who managed to stand on her own.
Where have you been all morning? You're living in our house. The least you could do is clean. Look at these dishes.
I told you yesterday I was going out today. I even reminded you again this morning. You said it was fine if I left the housework to you.
Oh, please. I forgot. So what? Doesn't change the fact the sink is full and you've been out, gallivanting like you don't live here rent-free.
I'm not gallivanting. I just went out to meet a friend. It's not like I do this every day.
Right, and what a coincidence. It just happens to be the day your check comes in. You always suddenly have plans on the day you pick up your Social Security checks, don't you?
That's not fair. I had this tea planned for weeks. We made reservations and everything.
Must be nice, huh? Living like a queen on the one day a month you have money. Meanwhile, my husband and I are paying all the bills and letting you live in our brand new home.
I never asked for that. I was happy living alone. You both invited me here.
Because we felt sorry for you. But now that you're here, maybe act a little more grateful. We put a roof over your head and we've never asked for a cent.
I do everything around this house. I cook, I clean, I do the laundry every single day. Isn't that worth something?
That's called pulling your weight. You think I'm going to pat you on the back for doing chores? You're lucky we let you stay here. And speaking of gratitude, where's our thank you?
I'm not sure what you mean.
A gift, a little present. It's not that hard to figure out. You could show appreciation by bringing something back when you go out.
Actually, I was planning to bring home some cake. My friend made a reservation months ago at a luxury bakery in the city.
Wait a second. Is that the place that was on TV? The one run by that famous chef?
Yes, that's the one.
Are you serious? I've been trying to get in there for ages. And you, an old woman with no job, get to eat there before me?
My friend insisted. I just went along to catch up. It was really a lovely afternoon.
Don't rub it in. This is infuriating. All right then, if you're going to flaunt your good fortune, I expect a proper souvenir. Not some sad little slice of cake either. Bring me their most popular whole cake.
A whole cake? They cost $500.
And so what? You're always saying how grateful you are. Show it. Spend a little. Or are you saving your pension for bingo night?
That's not fair. I was going to pick up a few slices with different flavors. The whole cakes are extravagant and they might not even have any left.
Don't give me excuses. If you appreciate everything I do, you'll make it happen. Call the bakery. Beg. Do whatever you have to.
Fine, I'll try. If it means that much to you, I'll splurge a little this once.
Now we're talking. Finally learning what it means to say thank you.
You know, there was a time when doing the laundry without complaint was enough.
Yeah, well, times change. Get with the program. And don't take too long. That mountain of laundry isn't going to fold itself.
Of course not. I'll take care of it as soon as I return.
Good. I'm glad we're finally on the same page. Maybe now you'll stop acting like a guest and start behaving like someone who belongs here.
I never asked to be treated like royalty. Just a little respect would have been nice.
Respect is earned, Emily. And from where I'm standing, you've got a long way to go.
Hey, Mom! Sorry to message you while you're out, but I've got something important to tell you.
It's all right. I just said goodbye to my friend. What's going on?
So, don't freak out or anything, okay? But starting next month, I'm being transferred.
Transferred? Where?
All the way across the country. I'll be there for 3 years at least. My company is starting some giant new construction project. It's kind of a big deal.
3 years? That's not a transfer, that's an exile. Where are they sending you?
To a new facility in the southeast. It's remote, kinda rural. Beautiful ocean views, though. Great seafood, I hear.
That doesn't sound like a place your company just casually sends people. Are you in trouble?
No, it's a promotion, sort of. They said it's a huge vote of confidence. I'll be running the site, project lead. But yeah, I'll be gone for a while, and, well...
And what?
I'll be going alone.
Alone?
Irene's not coming with me. She said she wants to stay behind. She really, really loves the house. Spent so long decorating it just the way she wanted, you know?
So, she'll be living here, and I'll be living here, and you won't.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that. I mean, just until I'm back, it'll be fine, right?
Fine? You think this is fine?
I mean, Irene's not that bad once you get used to her, and you're so patient. I figured, the two of you can just coexist.
She talks to me like I'm a maid, or worse, like I'm rotting garbage in her fridge that she's too lazy to throw out.
That's just her way of joking. Sort of, I think. Sometimes.
She calls me freeloader when you're not around.
I'll talk to her, I swear. I've tried before, but she's gotten all these ideas in her head lately. These articles and blogs she reads, they say daughters-in-law have to dominate or they'll be walked all over.
So she's decided to stomp on me preemptively?
No, I mean, maybe, but it's not personal. It's just strategy.
You do realize I clean this house from top to bottom every single day.
And we're really, really grateful for that. Truly. Irene just doesn't express things well.
Doesn't express things well is one way to put it. Treats me like disposable furniture might be another.
Okay, I get it. She's strong-willed.
She's mean, Isaac. Cruel. It's been getting worse since the day I moved in.
Please don't say that. I know she's harsh sometimes, but she doesn't mean it.
What if I just moved out?
What?
I could go live on my own again, or maybe I'll see if your brother and his wife would be open to having me. Michelle is always kind to me.
No, absolutely not. You can't do that.
Why not? You'll be gone for years. Irene and I can barely tolerate each other for one afternoon, let alone 3 full years.
But this is your home now. We just got settled. You've gotten used to everything here. The neighborhood, the layout of the house, the way our neighbor always waits until 8 a.m. to mow his lawn.
To be honest, I wish he'd wait until closer to 10.
I'm trying here, okay? Please don't leave.
If I stay, I'll be trapped with someone who resents me every time I breathe.
She'll change. I'll talk to her tonight. I'll sit her down and say, Irene, this behavior stops now. I'll be firm, really firm, like stone.
I've never seen you be firm with her once. Not once, Isaac.
I'll learn. I'll take a class or something. Assertiveness training. I'll listen to a podcast. Just don't move out, please. If you leave, everything falls apart.
I appreciate your concern, but I have to think about my well-being too.
No, don't say that. Look, just give me one more chance to fix things. Let me talk to her. Let me try. And in the meantime, please, I'm begging you to stay. Don't make any decisions yet. Promise me.
I'll think about it, but I won't make any promises I can't keep.
That's fair. That's completely fair. Just don't pack any boxes yet, okay?
Fine, no boxes. For now.
Thank you. You're the best. Seriously. Best mom ever. I'm gonna fix this, you'll see.
I certainly hope so.
Just a heads up, I've gone ahead and packed up all your things. They're by the front door.
I'm sorry, what?
Your clothes, your slippers, that awful chipped teapot you keep for some reason. It's all ready. You can just grab it and go.
Are you throwing me out?
Don't make it sound so dramatic. I'm simply streamlining the household. Now that Isaac's gone, there's no need for excess baggage.
You mean me?
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Yes, I mean you. It's nothing personal. I'm just cleaning house, literally.
This is my son's home, and he asked me to take care of it while he's away.
Exactly. He told you to take care of the house, and now I am the house. Or more precisely, I'm the queen of this house. You're the help. And the help is being dismissed.
That's not what he meant. He didn't give you permission to do this.
I don't need permission. I've been more than patient. I've tolerated your passive-aggressive sighs, your gentle reminders, and your horrible casseroles for 2 years.
You've treated me like I'm intruding in my own family.
Because you are. And now that my husband, your precious Isaac, is out of the way, I can finally run this place properly, starting with taking out the trash.
That's how you see me? Trash?
Let's not get sentimental. You had your chance. If you'd been more useful, if you'd been the kind of mother-in-law who actually added value, maybe I would have kept you around.
I do all the housework. You've never lifted a finger since the day I arrived.
Which is exactly the problem. You think chores earn you a place here? Please. Every wife I know lives with their mother-in-law in mutual cooperation. And you? You shuffle around like some martyr, expecting applause every time you fold a towel.
I've done everything without complaint. I've scrubbed your floors. I've cooked your dinners. I've even watched your delicates without comment.
And that's standard. You got free housing and skipped all the bills. That was the trade-off. But let me be crystal clear. If you had been a truly exceptional mother-in-law, the kind that knows her place, keeps quiet, and hands out spending money, then maybe we'd be having a different conversation.
I didn't realize being humiliated was part of the agreement.
Oh, please, don't act wounded. It's not like I'm throwing you onto the street. You're just no longer welcome here. So pack up your attitude along with your sweaters and go find somewhere else to be sad and judgmental.
I see. So, this was your plan all along.
Plan? No, this is a revelation, a cleansing. My reign begins now, and it starts with your exit.
No matter how much I think about it, it just doesn't make sense. Why are you doing this to me, Irene?
You really don't get it, do you? You think folding laundry and wiping counters makes you some kind of saint? Newsflash, that was your rent.
Rent?
Yeah, you lived here for free. You didn't pay a cent toward the mortgage, the bills, groceries, nothing. So don't act like you were doing us favors by cleaning up after yourself.
I wasn't cleaning up after myself. I was cleaning up after you every day.
Boo-hoo, that's the bare minimum. Meanwhile, my friends, real wives with real families, get spoiled by their mothers-in-law. Gifts, cash, respect. But what do I get? Passive-aggressive sighs and a grocery list.
I didn't realize I was supposed to be your personal ATM.
Oh, please, a little appreciation wouldn't have killed you. But no, you had to make everything so grim and joyless. You couldn't even get one thing right, not even the cake.
I tried. I really did. The bakery was sold out of the whole cakes. They said they'd had a rush that morning, so I bought several slices, all the most popular kinds. The total came out to the same price.
Don't insult me. You think I don't know the difference between a $500 whole cake and a few sad slivers in a plastic box? I specifically said whole cake. 1 piece uncut.
I'm telling you, it wasn't available. I did my best to bring something back that felt special.
Your best? That's what we're calling that now? Wow, no wonder you never got remarried.
That was cruel.
Oh, please, don't act hurt. You've been mooching off us for years, sitting pretty on your pension, acting like the queen of the mop. But now that Isaac's gone, it's time to face the music. You're just a burden.
I didn't ask to move in. He and you invited me. I was perfectly fine on my own.
Yeah, well, I've had 2 years to rethink that decision. And now that the man of the house is gone, you don't belong here anymore. You're just a leftover, expired. A walking reminder of how far beneath your son I had to reach.
So this is what it all comes down to? Spite and status?
No, Emily, this is what it comes down to. I am done pretending you matter. You don't. Not in this house, not in my life. Pack your things and disappear.
You really mean that?
I've never meant anything more. Go be old and useless somewhere else. Take your pills, take your slippers, and take your tragic little tea sets with you. I want every trace of you gone before dinner.
If that's truly how you feel, then I'll leave. I won't argue anymore.
Finally! Took you long enough to get the message.
And since I clearly don't belong here, I'll make sure my will reflects that. I'll be leaving my entire estate to my younger son instead.
Excuse me?
The inheritance. I'll leave every cent of it to him and his wife. They've always treated me with kindness. That seems fair, doesn't it?
You expect me to believe that? Please, you've been living like a hermit for years. Don't pretend you're sitting on a fortune.
I've always lived modestly. That doesn't mean I have nothing.
Oh, come off it. If you had that kind of money, you wouldn't be scrubbing floors in your slippers. You're bluffing. You're a broke old woman throwing one last tantrum on the way out.
Believe what you like, but don't come crawling when it's too late.
Too late? What are you gonna do? Haunt us with your thrift store ghost?
No, I'm going to walk out the front door with my dignity, and I won't be back. Not for holidays, not for emergencies, not for anything. I gave you everything I could while I was here, and in return, you made me feel like garbage.
Blah, blah, blah. If you're done with the guilt trip, the exit's that way. Don't let the screen door hit you.
Don't worry, I won't. But one day, when you're standing in the middle of this big empty house with no one left to manipulate, I hope you remember this moment.
Sure, whatever. Don't forget your ugly tea set. Emily, answer me right now. What is this about leaving a fortune to your other son?
I told you before I left, I wasn't bluffing.
No. You can't be serious. You actually have that kind of money? Michelle just called me. She said you promised the whole inheritance to them.
That's correct.
Are you insane? You never said a word about any inheritance while you were here.
You never asked, and to be honest, I didn't see much point bringing it up. I wasn't exactly treated like family.
This isn't fair. You're telling me I kicked out a millionaire? A real one? You actually have $1 million sitting around?
I lived simply. I invested wisely, and I saved everything I could. I didn't think that was so hard to believe.
Oh my God, I thought you were just some broke old lady with a grocery list and a coupon binder. You let me throw you out and said nothing?
I did say something, Irene. You just laughed in my face.
Because who keeps quiet about having a fortune? You were scrubbing toilets like it was your job. What kind of rich person does that?
The kind who believes in earning her keep. Clearly, I was mistaken about the value of that principle in your house.
You're seriously giving everything to Michelle? She called me just now about it. She was like, "Hey, Emily just called us and said she's writing you out of the will. Are you guys okay with that?" I wanted to scream.
She was being respectful. She wanted to be sure. That's more than I can say for you.
I didn't know. If I had known you had money, things would have been different.
And that's exactly why I never told you.
Emily, wait, please. We can fix this. You don't have to give it all away.
It's already done, Irene. Actions have consequences. You made yours very clear. You told me to get out, Irene, so I did. That's all there is to it.
I didn't mean for it to be permanent. It was just frustration talking.
You packed my things into boxes and told me I was trash. That sounded pretty permanent to me.
I was stressed. Isaac had just left. I was overwhelmed, and okay, maybe I went too far. But can't we just talk, please?
You're talking now.
Fine, then tell me the truth. That inheritance, it's real? All of it?
Yes.
But how? You never acted like you had money. You clipped coupons. You reused tea bags.
My husband passed away when Isaac was still in college. I lived frugally after that. No vacations, no luxuries, no expensive habits. I put every spare dollar into investments. I didn't need much.
Investments? Since when do little old ladies know how to invest?
I read. I paid attention. I wasn't wasting time scrolling through beauty blogs or shopping for throw pillows.
Wait, so how much are we talking about? Really?
I have about $1 million in cash, another $1 million in stocks, bonds, and property.
2 million? You're sitting on $2 million and you let me call you useless?
I didn't let you. You did that all on your own.
But that kind of money changes everything. We could have paid off the house, upgraded the kitchen. We wouldn't have needed a second income.
And that's exactly why I never said a word. I wanted to be valued as a person, not a bank account.
You're unbelievable. You played poor and let me humiliate you. You were testing me, weren't you?
No, I was hoping you'd treat me decently, even without knowing what I had.
This is insane. Absolutely insane. You lived under my roof and never even mentioned it once?
Your roof? I think we both know who helped make that mortgage feel manageable.
You tricked us. Admit it. You sat there like a little spy waiting to see if we'd crack.
I wasn't spying. I was surviving. And now that I'm free, I'm not looking back.
So what now? You're just gonna hand over everything to your precious second son? Just like that?
That was always the plan. I made the arrangement years ago.
What arrangement?
I spoke to both my sons before moving in. I told them plainly that I don't need caretaking. I can live alone or even go to a retirement community if I wanted to. But if either of them truly wanted me to live with them, I'd leave everything to the one who welcomed me with sincerity and respect.
Are you telling me Isaac agreed to that?
He did, fully. He said he wanted me with him. That's why I moved in here.
He never told me, not once.
That's between you and him. I assumed he had the decency to inform his wife. If he didn't, well, perhaps he thought it might change how you treated me.
You think?
Which is exactly why I kept quiet, too. I wanted to see who you were when you thought I had nothing to offer.
So that whole time, every eye roll, every snide comment, you were just tallying up a scorecard?
No, I was holding on to hope that despite everything, you might see me as family, not as a burden to manage or a chore to delegate.
Unbelievable! So what now, huh? You're playing house with a golden child?
I'm living with someone who opens the door with a smile, who says thank you when I do the laundry, who doesn't act like kindness is a transaction.
Oh, save it. Michelle's just being fake because she wants your money.
Maybe, but if she is, she hides it beautifully. And frankly, after 2 years of raw contempt, even polite manipulation feels like a vacation.
So that's it? You're done with us?
Completely. I found peace, Irene, and I intend to protect it.
Mom, please, I need to talk to you. I need to explain everything, please.
I'm listening, Isaac. Go ahead and say your piece.
Okay, good. I messed up. I know I messed up. I should have told you from the beginning about everything.
Yes, you should have.
We didn't mean to take advantage of you, I swear. When Irene and I started planning the house, it was supposed to be modest. Just a little starter home, nothing fancy.
And then?
Then we heard you were moving in, and I guess we started thinking maybe we could make it something better. For you, for us, more space, nicer things.
Meaning more debt.
Right, but I figured it was fine. I mean, you were coming to live with us, and you're not exactly struggling, are you?
I never offered to pay for your dream home.
I know, and I didn't ask. I just thought maybe down the line when you, pass things on.
You were counting on me dying?
No, not dying, just eventually. I thought it made sense. You didn't need much. You lived so simply, and we figured it would all just balance out.
So you poured money into a house you couldn't afford on the assumption that my future death would bail you out?
That sounds awful when you say it like that.
That's because it is awful, Isaac.
Mom, please, I didn't mean to be cold. I just thought we were doing the right thing. We built the house with you in mind. We wanted you to feel special. Everything we chose, the counters, the guest room, the tile in your bathroom, we picked it for you.
And then you let your wife treat me like a burden for 2 straight years. You let her order me around. You watched her push me out the door and said nothing.
I wanted to keep the peace. You know what she's like. She doesn't listen to me. I tried.
You didn't try hard enough, and now you want me to feel guilty that the mortgage is too high?
No, I want you to understand that we're stuck. The interest rate jumps next spring and we won't be able to make the payments. We're already cutting everything. I haven't bought new shoes in 8 months.
Maybe you should have built a house your actual salary could afford.
I was counting on you.
I know.
I thought you'd be with us till the end, that you'd help us grow this family, that you'd, God, I don't know, want to see us succeed.
I did. I wanted to believe this was about family, about love, not numbers in a spreadsheet.
Please, please come back. I don't care what Irene says. I'll stand up to her. I'll put my foot down. I'll shout. I'll write it on the wall if I have to. Just don't leave me like this.
You already left me, Isaac, when you stayed quiet every time she called me useless. When you watched me scrub floors you walked on like I wasn't even there.
I didn't know what to do.
Yes, you did. You were just too cowardly to do it.
Emily, wait. Just listen to me. I know things got heated, but I was emotional. I wasn't thinking clearly. I'm sorry.
That's convenient timing.
No, really, I mean it. I know I was out of line. I shouldn't have said the things I said. You didn't deserve that.
You mean the part where I was trash, or the worthless pensioner line? Hard to keep track.
I was frustrated, stressed. Isaac had just left. The house felt so empty. None of this was personal.
It was personal. Every word.
Okay, I get it. But I want to make it up to you, really. From now on, I'll do everything. The cleaning, the cooking, the laundry, all of it. You won't have to lift a finger.
You should have helped when it mattered, not when you realized the wheel was going to someone else.
I was wrong, okay? But I've learned, and I can change. Just give me a chance. One more chance.
I no longer trust you, Irene. That's not something that gets fixed with vacuuming.
Fine, then at least be fair about it. We took care of you for 2 years. Doesn't that count for something?
Is that what this is now? A bill?
I'm just saying, if you're going to cut us out of the inheritance, the least you could do is offer something for all the time and energy we spent taking care of you.
Let's talk about that care, shall we?
Oh, here we go.
I did the housework every day. You never cooked a meal or folded a towel. I kept the utilities low. I bought the cheapest groceries. I reused everything I could. I barely cost you anything.
Still, you lived there for free.
And I kept a ledger. I always do. My expenses averaged $300 a month. Groceries, toiletries, minor things. Over 2 years, that's $7,200.
That's it?
That's all I cost, and I'll happily reimburse it to Isaac. He was the one financially supporting me, not you.
Wait, so you're writing him a check?
I already did. I'm not leaving behind any debt or confusion, but to be perfectly clear, you, Irene, get nothing.
Nothing?
You never supported me. You insulted me. You made sure I felt unwanted every single day I lived in that house. You don't get rewarded for cruelty.
You're seriously going to erase 2 years like they meant nothing?
No, they meant something. They taught me exactly who you are.
So Michelle wins? That's it? She gets everything because she played nice for a few weeks?
She treated me with decency, respect, small things really, but they meant the world to someone who was constantly told they were disposable.
She's manipulating you. She's just pretending to be sweet to get the money.
Then she's doing a wonderful job pretending. It's been a joy to live in a home where no one rolls their eyes when I enter a room.
This is unbelievable. After everything, you'd rather throw your money at someone you barely know than give even a piece of it to your own son and his wife?
I'm giving it to the people who made me feel like family. That just happens to no longer include you.
You heartless old woman!
And yet, somehow still more generous than you were.
We gave you everything. The guest room, the new mattress, the kitchen you loved.
I gave you free labor, daily meals, and silence in the face of disrespect. Don't act like this was some grand sacrifice on your part.
We're stuck with this house. You know that, right? You're leaving us with a massive mortgage and no way out.
Then enjoy your dream home. Keep it spotless. You'll have plenty of time for deep cleaning now that I'm gone. Isaac and Irene didn't split up, though they probably should have. Neither of them wanted to give up the house. Not for love, of course, but for the granite countertops and the investment value. Now they both work full-time just to cover the mortgage. Irene complains constantly that she has no time to cook or clean. Isaac returns from his work trips to find the place filthy and unkempt, and then spends his weekend scrubbing in fury. The home they once showed off with pride now smells faintly of mildew. And me? I sit in a sunny kitchen most mornings, sipping tea with Michelle. She never raises her voice, never keeps score, and never treats kindness like a bargaining chip. She listens, she asks questions, she remembers what kind of jam I like. Sometimes I slip her a little money or bring home something small. Nothing big, just a little thank you. I told her once, maybe good mothers-in-law are made, not born, but if so, it starts with a very good daughter-in-law.
Bri, you must be needing me back so badly if you were willing to come all the way to this wedding. Being a stalker is a nasty thing, though, so get the heck out of here right now before I call security over here.
I knew that man I just walked by had to be you, Keaton.
Huh? Why are you acting like it could have been anyone else? Your eyes met with mine when walking by, right? And you were looking me in the eyes on purpose, so don't act stupid now that you've been caught.
I didn't think you'd be all the way out here in San Antonio, so I never wanted to believe that could have actually been you. What are you doing all the way out here?
Is that some kind of a lame joke? What the heck else would someone be doing at a wedding venue besides taking part in a wedding? You knew that I'd be here when you came, right? That's why you're here and why you came looking for me.
What do you mean by that?
Well, whichever. I know that you're in a tough situation because you're you. So, how was it seeing me again after so long like that in person? Did you finally get to feel some relief after your long and tiresome search?
What kind of question is that? You were the same old Keaton I remembered you being when I walked by. And no, there wasn't really any relief from seeing you again.
Ha! Is that right? Is that right? You've seen me plenty of times recently, so of course nothing about me has changed to you. So how was I? Did you notice that anything has changed with my face?
With your face? What are you trying to get at here?
I know that you've been trying to get close with me again ever since you found out I became an actor and had some work done.
What?
I already know what you're thinking. There are plenty of women just like you who are trying to get back on my good side again. Jeez, that's the reason I'm always being tired out.
An actor? Right now you're acting, Keaton?
Why are you acting like you didn't know that when that was the reason you started stalking me again today? Well, I'll entertain you by saying, yes, I'm a very famous actor now.
I had no clue about that, actually. Good to know, I suppose.
Yeah. Continue playing dumb all you want there, Bri.
Sure, I'm playing dumb right now. Anyway, let's just carry on with our day today by not going near one another, okay? I'm sure you're fine with that, right?
What do you think you're talking about when you're the one who's stalking me right now? I've never wanted to see you again, and what just happened there kinda traumatized me. You're not even supposed to be here, so get the heck out!
What?
I'm being correct here, aren't I? Who would want to have their wedding in front of an ex-wife like you? Sorry to say this, but this wedding will not allow any stalkers to take part in viewing it. Now, could you head out of here through that door towards the back right side of the venue?
I'm here as part of the bride's family, though.
What?
I was invited here today by the bride, May. Although I never knew that she'd be getting married to you today, I was shocked when I walked by you earlier and found out that you're the groom.
Ha! That's what anyone would say while they're being kicked out from a wedding they weren't invited to!
I have the invitation on me, actually, and when I came in, I had no problems at the front desk because I'm on the bride's guest list.
Sure, and I'm assuming you went and made a counterfeit invitation to my wedding? I wouldn't be shocked if you went and did something as wild as that, since you're a certified stalker. Also, in the past, you always had such a gloomy personality, which means there's nothing more fitting for you than being a stalker.
If you don't believe any of what I'm saying, then how about you go and ask May right now about me?
I believe you when you say that she went and invited you to this wedding, but the thing is, I can't believe that you'd come all the way out to Texas for her wedding. Something tells me the only reason you ever became close with her was to get closer to me, as a stalker would do. Am I wrong about that?
Huh? May is my friend, my best friend.
And what I'm saying is that you tried so hard to get to that level with her in order to come stalk me at this wedding today. When it comes to her, she's a fantastic model, which means she must love being around ugly women like you who came from the middle of nowhere. No wonder she allowed you to become her best friend.
Ugh, so that's how this is all going to go.
Now, if you understand what I've said, get the heck out of here! And if you're gonna keep sitting around here like that, then I'll get the security guards to come and kick you out! Then I'll take a video of it and post it online for everyone to see! I'll let everyone know that this is one of my stalkers and that you can't be trusted!
Understood. I'll get out of this venue for you.
Just shut up and do exactly as I said!
Hey, Bree, where did you go? I want to go out and have a quick smoke, so would you please come and accompany me?
Why is the bride of all people going out to smoke a cigarette?
There is still plenty of time before the wedding starts, so there's no big deal about it. Bree, where did you run off to?
I was kicked out of the wedding by your lovely groom.
What? What do you mean by that?
I'll tell you everything about that man, all right. Just give me a little bit of your time here.
What? So Keaton is your ex-husband? That's got me sweating because of the shock now.
I was just as shocked as you are now. I never thought something as crazy as this could happen to anyone.
Then that would mean Keaton has already been married before. I never knew that.
Well, him and I got married back when we were both 18 years old, since we were living in the backcountry and had low expectations. Then a year later, we got a divorce, all because he felt like a total drag as a husband. I think the only reason we got married in the first place was due to us never having dated anyone else before.
What kind of marriage is that, though? At 18? I can't believe what I'm hearing right now.
So, Keaton never told you anything about his past relationship with me.
That's because he never tells me anything about where he came from and what happened there. I'm in complete shock right now because of that news, though, Bree. Well, things like this happen, I guess.
You really are quick to change your emotions and look on, but what do you want me to do now?
Good point. He seems to think that you're his stalker, and that's why he had you kicked out, right? Well, when it comes to that man, there is a lot of things he just loves to get his underwear in a twist over. But the thing is, this time he took things way too far. What was he even thinking doing that without talking to me first?
Well, I can sort of understand why he'd do something like that to me, considering how much he loves to make fun of me. Sorry to get off topic here, but is he really an actor now? If that's true, that's pretty amazing of him.
An actor? Well, I see what you're saying. He was on a commercial that aired back in his hometown, and so he's sort of like an actor now.
Ah, is that so? I was thinking he meant a proper actor. You know, one that has starred in a movie or a drama or something.
He wants to be in movies and TV shows someday. Anyway, I'm going to have a word with him now about this, so please start making your way back here.
What? But are you really okay with that? I just feel like me being there would cause some unwanted tension between you and him. I mean, the groom is quite literally my ex-husband, right?
I know. I mean, I was surprised for a bit there, but I'm over that shock now, so please, come on back. I want to have you around for all your funny jokes and such.
How crazy.
Now, why did you come back here? I told you that the next time I saw you, I'd throw a bouquet at you, right?
I don't ever remember you saying that to me, and I have our chat history to prove that. Wasn't that a bit much there, Keaton? Now I have all this blood coming out of my nose from when the vase hit me in the head.
I don't care. I told you to never come back to this wedding. Do you know what's gonna happen to you if I have to see your face one more time?
I believe that may explain to you the reason for why I'm back here, right? Her and I are best friends. And you told her that you wouldn't bother me anymore, right? Whatever happened to those words?
I don't care about what I said before. I told you to never come back here, and that means you never come back here. My wedding today is not the place for one of the many girls I threw out in the past.
Keaton, tell me what the hell that was. I just had a good look at my best friend running to the bathroom with blood pouring out of her nose and her crying.
What? I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. All we had was a small argument and she got a little upset over it was all. I'm guessing that her crying and rise in blood pressure caused her nose to bleed. Or she may have ran into a wall on her way to the bathroom.
So you plan to play dumb with me again? I saw that bouquet, or should I say vase of flowers that you threw at her. I saw it all unfold and thought to myself, what the hell was going on inside your head then?
What?
Now, Keaton, why the hell would you do something like that to her? Bree has been a longtime friend of mine, and I asked her to come back to our wedding today because I want her here. Do you understand? Because I already told you once before, but you didn't seem to quite get it.
Wait, hold on 1 second. I threw that at her as a sign of good luck so that she too could one day find a man. It just so happens that the vase hit her in the face. I never meant to do something like that on purpose.
Then what was that you said to her after the vase struck her face? Get lost. If you didn't mean to do that to her on purpose, then what happened to the apology one should normally be saying afterwards?
Wait! I said that because she just came barging back into this wedding venue.
And like I said, I freaking told you that she would be coming back because I asked her to. I've seen enough from you. This wedding is canceled now because of your god-awful behavior.
Huh? Wait, what are you saying, May? The wedding is about to start in another 10 minutes or so, and pretty much everyone we invited to be here today is sitting and waiting for us. You have to be joking if you're really saying you want to cancel this wedding now, right?
You really think that I'd be joking about this? I'm not going to marry some half-assed man that thinks it's okay to assault another woman like that in front of everyone.
Hold on a second. What? What are you gonna say to all the people that came to be here, like our family and co-workers?
I'm going to tell them the truth about what you did to Bree, like a normal person would do.
Yo, you hold it right there! If you tell them all about this, then my image, it'll...
What about Bree's image, then? A lot of people here just saw her running to the bathroom crying as she had blood gushing out of her nostrils. Telling everyone that she just ran into a wall or something is not going to freaking cut it.
Wait, but just give me a second to think about this. This was a problem between her and I, which means you have nothing to do with it right now.
I'm tired of you acting like such a privileged little jerk. There is no you and I after what I witnessed today. Understand?
I asked you to stop talking about that, please! If you leave me and cancel this wedding, then it won't be just me you're hurting, but all of my family as well!
And you're the one that caused all of this to happen, so you can be the one to explain to them how you hurt them. I'm not marrying you anymore. I'm going out onto the stage right now and telling everyone that's seated out there what happened to my best friend today.
Please, don't do that! Hey, Bri! I'm sorry! I really screwed up just then! I didn't mean to hit you in the face just then with that vase! I'm serious! So would you please go and set things straight between you and Shay for me?
Set things straight. About what?
I was just told by her that she's gonna have this wedding and our marriage ended, and she just left to go and tell the whole audience that. She won't answer her phone anymore, and when I ran to the changing room, she wasn't in there. She has to be somewhere around here, right? Help me find her and set things straight.
And why should I, of all people, have to go out and do that for you?
I apologized, didn't I? I am very sorry for what I did to you today. I'm telling you that wasn't on purpose. My hands and mouth just had a little slip up.
I'm on the same page as May right now, and that is that I won't be forgiving you. And I'm completely against someone like you being married to her, the same way she feels.
Bri! Please! I want to get married to her no matter what! I'll come apologize to you on my hands and knees as long as you please!
You just want to be married to her because she's a famous model, right?
What?
A little while ago, you were going on about how you were this famous actor now that had all the women coming after you, right? Well, after talking to Sarah about it, she said the only thing you'd done was take part as a background character in a commercial that aired in your hometown. I mean, I guess something like that is pretty cool, and I would say that you could become famous as long as you kept doing that. But from what you were saying and what the truth is, there was a massive difference.
And so what? I wasn't lying to you or anything. I was in a commercial on TV. That makes me an actor, a celebrity.
Also, when I came to your wedding today, I noticed something very particular. Not a single person here is from your hometown. None of your friends, none of your old peers.
And what about that?
You hate the man you were back home, right? That's why you went and tried running away from there, and from that same hometown as you showing up today to be at your wedding. Am I wrong?
And I'm asking you, so what if that's the case? Is that so bad of me? I left that place to come all the way out here to change my life. I don't want to be that uncool Keaton that I was back there, where I was a nobody.
You were never uncool back then. Back when we were in high school, you were the baseball champ, the literal ace for our school, and that made you seem really cool.
You're calling that version of me cool? There's no way I was cool. None of what I did on that baseball team was good enough for all the women in school, because anytime I'd ask them out, they'd say no and go date some asshole from the football team.
And there was nothing you could do about that.
There sure was something I could have done. That's why I went and changed the man I am and became someone new. I came all the way out here to be with May, and soon we'll move to LA where I can become the celebrity I've always been. I've even made sure that my wife is a hot model, so that even if I don't become as famous as I want to be, I'll still have her fame to milk off of. I'll make all those losers back home jealous of me.
I don't think marriage is something you should be doing in order to make yourself look better in the eyes of everyone else. I can't believe you can say something like that about your relationship with May without feeling ashamed. I really did like the Keaton you were before this change.
And that's because you were never cool! And marrying a loser like you right off the bat is a huge regret of mine now! You telling me you loved me brought no joy into my life at all!
Ah, is that so? Alright, well then I don't care to talk with you anymore.
Wait! I didn't mean that just then! My mouth just slipped! My tongue just slipped! I've learned my lesson after everything I've done! Please, find some way to forgive me now!
After everything you just said to me, who do you think would want to forgive you? Also, it's too late for me to go and have a talk with May anyway.
What?
She is already beginning to give that speech to everyone as we sit here texting. There's nothing left you can do now. Great job today.
No way! May, please, don't throw me away like this, please, please! Honestly, I don't care that you want to cancel our wedding and all that right now. I'll pay for the cancellation of this wedding and everything, so please!
Well, of course you're paying for this wedding now. Also, I had another word with May about you. I guess that feeling I had about you just wanting to marry me because of my status was true after all. You just needed someone who looked good in the eyes of the public to help you change your image.
You're wrong! That's not why I chose you! I really do love you, May!
You can go ahead and say whatever you'd like, but it all sounds like BS to me. And no matter how much you claim you love me now, that will not make up for the fact that you went and assaulted my best friend. We're over.
But things shouldn't be happening like this! I made sure that a lot of the people that came here today were related to things like acting and celebrity lifestyle, yet they just had to be given a speech like that from you! I'm freaking screwed for life now!
So now you're going to play the victim? I know that Bree is fed up with you, but I guess I'll be joining her now, sharing that feeling. I hate the fact that I was even thinking about marrying you yesterday. It pisses me off letting myself be taken advantage of by you.
Damn it! What am I gonna do now, though?
What are you going to do now? What you should be doing is clear as day for us sane people. First, you're going to go and pay for what you did to Mary, and then you're going to tell everyone the same thing I did, that our relationship is over with.
I never thought that something like this would happen to me right before we left San Antonio for LA. Please, May, please don't throw me away like this.
The reason you're going to have no place left to go besides back to your hometown after this is because you are complete and utter garbage. Now stop acting like you're the damn victim here. That is enough.
Damn it!
Would you cut that out already? I don't want you coming along with me. I don't care to see you on your hands and knees begging for forgiveness, because I'm not letting you have it.
Why not? I'm wanting to apologize to you in person like I said I would.
I can't believe that someone like you actually believes in something called an apology, but you have the meaning of that word all backwards. You shouldn't be apologizing for the sake of yourself, but the sake of the person you hurt. So you really think I'm going to listen to you anymore?
This is not for my sake. I've thought about all I'd done and learned my lesson.
Then, as a way of showing that you're sorry, make sure to pay off the settlement I ask for from you. If you've really learned your lesson, then you'll gladly pay up, right?
About that, I'm gonna have to pay for this whole wedding as well now, which means that my pockets are gonna be dry as a desert soon.
Then I'll take this to court.
What?
It seems that you still don't quite understand the severity of what you did today, so I'll take you to court and have you pay not only for what you did to me, but for all the medical bills I'll have as well. I can't wait to see the headline for this on the news. Background actor from local commercial throws vase at random woman during his wedding. That would become a major story and bring you that fame you've been so desiring, right?
Hold on a sec. Please, at the very least, do not do that. If everyone back home were to find out about what happened here, I'd be screwed for life, and I mean life. Okay, I get it. I'll make sure to pay up as long as you don't take this to court.
Then when do you plan on paying me?
When? Maybe within 2 to 3 years?
I'm not going to wait that long for justice to be served. If you're the famous actor that you claimed to be, then you should be able to pay what I ask for, no problem.
No way! Why are you picking on me so much right now?
Wasn't I told that by you, though? Anyway, your wedding is canceled now, so go home and take the time you need to realize what kind of crap you stirred today. That should be good enough for you, right?
Why do I, of all people, have to go through this kind of hell right now? I had to have my wedding and marriage ended and had my image tainted in front of so many people. I'll have to go into debt now to pay everything off, and my career of being a celebrity will be over for sure. What the hell did I do to deserve this?
I thought you said you learned your lesson. That's not something someone who learned their lesson would be saying now, but okay. Remember that not only did you say horrible things about me, but you also threw a heavy glass vase at my face.
But that's all I did!
And that's all more than enough to put an end to your antics. Now, I don't have it in me to talk with you anymore, so goodbye forever.
Yo, hold on for just another second. If you're saying you're gonna leave and go back home, then I'm going to chase after you.
Wait. Are you screwing with me right now? You must really be down on your crap if you're having to chase after me wanting me back. Are you a stalker or something? After everything, I took Keaton to court over what he did to me. He was ordered to pay me a settlement for the damages, along with a hefty amount of legal fees. On the day of the hearing, he looked like he'd been through hell. But I guess that's what happens when you think everything's going to fall perfectly into place. And you'll be famous overnight in LA. When he heard how much my hospital bills cost, his face went pale. He knew he'd been stuck paying all of it. That's what happens when you throw a vase at someone and break their nose and a few teeth. Honestly, he's lucky I didn't suffer worse injuries. Or he'd probably be looking at jail time, too. When the time came to pay, he somehow found the money, but once word got out about what he did, it ruined his reputation. He ended up leaving San Antonio and his hometown, running off to some small town, trying to live off the grid. I doubt he'll show his face around here again for a long time, maybe a decade or more. He once dreamed of becoming a famous actor. But reality caught up with him hard. Hopefully, this all makes him reflect and grow into a better person. As for May and me, after the after party, we stayed out late, drinking and talking about Keaton until sunrise. I learned she has a lot of quirky, meticulous habits, and she discovered I'm a bit cheekier than she thought. You really learn a lot about people during deep conversations. I hope Keaton learns that too, that not everything can revolve around him. The next day, May told me she's still going to LA for modeling, but plans to stay single for a while. Honestly, I support her and told her to keep in touch if she meets anyone, so we can both make sure he's worth it. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.